let's start off with this, man. Lauren edified me on the topic. I think I like it. I think I want to thoroughly mine this out to understand it. There were three facets that we need to walk through and talk through. But I want to start with something that Callie, was it Callie? Yeah, Callie and I visited ever so briefly before y'all got up here because Callie was on time. Equally yoked. We hear that terminology so often. Fold up. I wonder, what does it mean? What's the derivative? Never mind the derivative, right? What does it mean when you hear that terminology, Lauren?
A balance of each other as far as like spiritually, mentally, emotionally.
Hmm. Balance. What does that mean, though? What's a balance?
Like it's you both have the things that you're looking for in each other. So whatever
Hmm.
your weakness is would be my strengths and vice versa.
Hmm. Oh, okay. So you look at rock, rock. so, so you think it's like a yin and a yang type of thing?
Somewhat.
Okay. Why just somewhat?
Because I don't think it's literal, but yeah. To
What?
a degree.
What's not literal?
Not yin and a yang. Because
Well, the
sometimes
yin and the
there will
yang are
be things
equal.
that are yeah, but I think that you'll have strengths, both of you will have strengths because you'll see it in each other. And then
Uh-huh.
there'll be things that are weaknesses and strengths that are vice versa in each other.
Okay. The yin and the yang. The reason why I heard it like that because it sounds like it's equal parts. So
Hmm.
like they're large, like at the bottom or the top, right? Vice versa.
Hmm.
So is that how you see it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. 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 Callie, what you think?
Means we both kind of have like the same values, principles, similar lifestyles.
What?
It's my equal. And a part of what Lauren said or whatever too is that I think that just kind of comes with being different people. My strengths will be his weaknesses and vice versa. So
Hmm.
yeah, we match, fit together like puzzle pieces.
Okay. 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 Tiff, what you think?
I agree with what both ladies said, but also being equally yoked is also understanding if there's a deficit, leaning into the person that is stronger. Typically, it's the man. And I think it's having the same value system, valuing the same things, understanding that there is divine order and honoring that.
Hmm. Divine order. What you mean?
Meaning, regardless of it's 2024, it's still God, man, wife, children. It's divine order.
Okay. So is it impossible to be equally is it impossible to be equally yoked if you're both atheists?
Ooh, I mean, if you're atheist, why you would? I don't think it would be a concern because you don't have the desire to be in alignment with God
Well,
and
equally
within faith.
okay, because what Lauren and Callie said didn't really have much to do with faith. It was about being aligned on principle.
Personally, I believe again in divine order in the sense of, like I said, a trifold marriage or a trifold relationship in the sense of God is the head, the man is the leader, the woman is a support system, and then the children are the lineage based upon how you raise those kids. But I believe that God has an order. God is not a God of confusion, and you don't have to necessarily like it, but it is what it is.
Okay. So equally yoked though, you cannot be equally yoked without God being present.
I don't think so.
Any God?
I don't think so.
Only the God of the Bible?
When you say any God, uh,
Like, is it the Most High God is the only way you can be equally yoked?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. T, what you think, man?
Um, from what I understand, equally yoked is basically when you have the same belief system, more so. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you believe in the same God, and you just try to abide by those set of rules and laws and commandments the best way that you know how. And when either one, well, the man is supposed to, of course, be the one to make sure everything is straight. But just being able to, I guess, direct or guide each other when someone is out of line. So just being able to have that understanding, I think, is you know being equally yoked, I guess.
Hmm. Okay. And you guys see unequally yoked, and you guys think that it pertains to relationships?
I, mm, yeah, not just marriage, but yeah, I would say our
Yeah,
relationships,
Hmm.
friendships,
it can be
even
friendship. Yeah.
family.
I always hear the term, and I haven't ever done a good job with bringing the correction of when it's even used in the Bible, because I don't even think people know. Hmm. Nay, unequally
Um,
yoked. What does that mean to you?
um, I think it means, and I'm saying think on purpose because correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's people not in a relationship, but who has a relationship, friendship, whatever, that has same morals, values, and standards for one another, like beliefs. There's a belief system, like you guys have that expectation
Hmm.
that y'all uphold.
Are they equal expectation? Like, are they? How do I say? Are they the same expectation?
Yeah, they're like parallel expectations. They align with each other.
Okay, but do you expect the same things from one another?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. UFO was popping. Lex, what you think?
Um, it's funny because I was talking to someone about a week ago about those two phrases, and I was breaking down like the difference and how I could see both of them being used in a relationship, as far as even if it's intimate or even business or anything like that. Um, Equally yoked in the Bible mainly reference to when it goes to marriage, but relationship period, as far as not uh, forming that relationship period with people that don't have the same morals, beliefs as you do. And then yin and yang, though, is that you're two opposites, but you complement each other, like hot and cold, uh, day and night. Like but you complement each other. So you could be equally yoked with your partner, as far as y'all believing in the same beliefs, all that stuff. But he has some things that some strengths that you may not be well in, and then opposite, you may have some strengths that he may not be well in, but y'all complement each other as far as yin and yang. But because I believe in the Most High God and I take Scripture as it is, when we're talking about equally yoked, I don't use it too much upon friendships, but I understand the necessity of it as far as being married or having a relationship on that type of level.
Hmm. Okay. Sherelle, what's popping?
Hello, everybody.
What's going on? Equally yoked. Tell me what it means.
Okay, so the original comes from oxen, right? So this is animals. When the animals are equal in height, weight, and capacity that they can carry, one will tend to be doing majority of the work, and the other one will kind of be doing whatever it wants. Eventually, they'll separate. One oxen will go one way, the other oxen will go another way. You lose whatever is carrying the value of the load. It disperses. So within the Bible, it's the actual meaning is we should not be with non-believers, right? So a lot of times the people of Israel fell because they would marry women outside of the belief of the Most High, and those women would bring in idol worships. They would build like altars and poles and different things to their gods, and then get the children and other people around them to start worshiping gods who was not the God of Israel. So it's just whatever you build with a person that's in non-belief of what you believe is gonna cause a disaster. So it's why they're just telling you to avoid that.
Okay, but you have to clarify the oxen statement.
What you mean?
So you said they get them of equal size and height and weight.
Yeah, but they get them equal size, height, and weight, because if they're not carrying the same load, one will go in the opposite direction, and you lose what you're carrying, right? So that's what the parable is more maintaining. It's not about us being the same height, weight, and things like that, but it is about if we're not yoked together in the same spiritual belief system, is we're gonna lose whatever we're building. We're gonna lose whatever we're carrying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's the key, right? And I think in terms of just if I were being, say, regardless, I don't see it as equal parts. I see it as the yoke being whole. So whatever that looks like, right? If you come into my game plan, your part may be smaller than mine, right? But as long as the yoke is whole, I think that's how people need to operate, right? We may have double standards that exist within the relationship, right? But we agree to that. We're whole at that point, right? That's why the belief system matters so much. What happens, I see it, is when people talk about equally yoked, it's a lot of tit for tat shit, right? Right? You're looking for so much recidivism, or not recidivism. What word am I looking for? Reciprocation, that it becomes a competition, right? I'm gonna do my parts, delegate the parts that I think you're best at, right? And in which case, that's how we thrive.
But is that anything to do with equally yoked? Like what you do for work? It means that I need to love God and trust God and follow God
Yeah.
just
So
as
remember,
equally as you, right?
what's real, you challenging something there's no need, right? Because I prefaced the statement saying, regardless of what it says in the Bible, right? Just when people are operating, yeah,
But
right. But to your point, it starts there, right? We have to have the same structural belief system to even get on the same page. Go ahead, Lex.
And I'm sorry, but that's when I was having a conversation with my people. That's where I was coming in, like maybe we shouldn't use the equally yoke. Maybe it is yin and yang, because what you just pointed out earlier, saying like I'm doing this over here, and it may be a big load, and maybe your part is small, but that small part complements me in what I'm trying to get done, even though it may look, small or whatever. I'm doing all this, and then what you're doing, but it complements what I have going on. We already established that, hey, we're on the same belief system. We want the same goal, which is important in being equally yoked. So we already have that understanding. So now that's where when we were talking about yin and yang, was the breakdown. Like, we complement each other. We both have a set of skills that maybe I don't have or you don't have, but the opposites. So, I mean, maybe that's more, since it was brought in the conversation. I just thought that was interesting. As far as being equally yoked, we understand that. But if we're talking about the fact that I'm doing this which is opposite from what you're doing.
Don't repeat it.
I'm just saying it so
Yeah, no, I disagree with the yin and yang because that's equal parts.
Yin and yang is equal but opposite.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be equal parts, right? I just need what I need from you, right? And it may not be equal to what I'm giving, right? But people get into this. Well, I did this, but you didn't do that, right? But you carrying the load that you're supposed to carry. That's right. Did you say excuse me? Go lay down. And so if I'm built to carry a heavier load, then that's what I'm gonna do. Pause. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking like when people try to cut this shit down the middle and then it stops working and people think they doing more, right? But the truth is it ain't never gonna be equal. It ain't never gonna be fair. Life ain't fair. That never happens. Right? But as long as I get what I need from you, I think the yoke is whole if we just continue to use the analogy. It's still 100%. Because reciprocity can become an issue. Which I think I'm bugging.
No, because then you start doing things looking for something in return, as opposed to doing it because you want to. You're doing it because you you waiting for the next thing to come. Like, okay, well, I did this, so
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
where
It's
mine?
the tat. I did
I
this,
feel
so I
like
did that. You did this, so I did that. It's a
I feel,
dangerous game to start playing.
I feel like most relationships are 60-40. Some maybe even 70-30 as far as duties, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
I don't think that like you said, there's no such thing as 50%. Like this person is doing 50% of whatever needs to be done, and the other person is doing 50% of whatever needs to be done to make the whole situation work. There's always gonna be an off balance. It's never gonna be completely equal. So
With that being said, should we not be telling people the 50-50 thing in the sense of equal versus fair? Because equal is 50-50 straight down the line. Fair is sometimes it's 70, sometimes it's 20. And it kind of fluctuates, but you don't feel as if you're being taken advantage of. It's just the natural order of things kind of flows.
I guess when I hear 50-50, just listening to these conversations, I'm thinking that they're talking about financial situations, not necessarily like other things, household,
Mhm.
something like that. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
I hear you, but if all things are even, same money, same output, but there's a deficiency in the capacity to be emotionally available or open, that can be a real issue.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like in situations like that, that's why I say I don't believe that there is a such thing as 50-50
Mm.
with when it comes to things like that. It's just I think it's impossible, to be honest with you, in a relationship, like just to do things 50-50.
So what happens to the woman that or man that they believe to be going into a good faith relationship, but emotionally it's just not equally yoked. It just the other person doesn't have the emotional IQ to feed what's necessary within the realm of a relationship.
Eventually, if there's not a real understanding, things are just not gonna work out. Probably so. It's just not gonna work out. Somebody's gonna give up and say, "I'm done." So that's just the way
How they
usually it
get there in the
happens.
first place, though?
Um, just allowing it to keep going on, not addressing it.
But I'm saying, though, how do they even get in a relationship if the person is emotionally ill-equipped?
Mm, believe it or not, it happens a lot, and people ignore a lot of red flags. So for different reasons. So I mean, I don't know exactly, but I do feel like people it to a certain point where they just say whatever it is, what it is. I'm gonna just stick it out.
But we ain't sticking it out, right?
Right? I get what you're saying, but
I guess I don't understand the question. I understand the question, but
mhm.
how do we get to that? Like, what if you equally yoke? Would that even happen? Or are you saying times
It
is hard?
shouldn't.
And, times is hard, and people have a response that isn't great to adversity.
I would say that's normal as well. Like, everything's not going to be peaches and cream, of course. Sometimes you won't align on everything in a relationship. So, um, it
What
just
happens?
sometimes people grow apart.
No, when
Um,
you don't align on 100%, what
you
happens?
don't align.
What do you guys do? You concede.
A lot of times, I would say most people concede, depending on the situation and how long the relationship has
Who's the
been.
people?
I'm not gonna say like I don't know exactly who, but just in general, I would say
So I don't really concede that much.
I could see that.
So
I
what do
get
you
it.
guys do?
Pick and choose my battles.
It depends.
It depends on what. How serious it got to be for you to not concede?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, Lauren,
I
answer
don't
your own
know.
question. How?
I don't
I'm
know.
trying to. I'm asking all of y'all. What happens? You're in an equally yoked
It's not too many
relationship.
times I'm not gonna concede.
You're in an equally yoked relationship. You hit a crossroad. Somebody gotta. Somebody gotta bite that bullet. Is it you?
No, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Why?
No. Um,
So you at a crossroad with your husband. He concedes.
if it's no, if it's 50-50 and we're there, again, based on the natural order of things, it's going to be his decision.
So you
Um,
concede.
I don't like when you say things like "don't listen to women when you're building," but
I didn't say that.
there is
Well,
logic
Tiff, you can't
behind it.
just say that, and I didn't say that, right?
No, you said don't let women like deter you, and this is how I process
From a
it.
what though?
In the sense of like you talked about it earlier today, like if you have something to do and you see the vision and the person doesn't see it, I do believe that there are times when a man knows where he's doing, knows the direction, and the partner may not see it. And you also talked about I think you gave the example of like the house and like doing upgrades and not wanting to take loans and stuff out, but once everything kind of settled and it was a benefit,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things. Sometimes I think you have to come out of emotion and understand logic, but also if you believe that this person really is for you because that's your mate and your, help me, there are times when you might not see it, but you still got to fall back. Like the resistance is a deterrent and it's not necessary. It's a
Okay.
hindrance.
So who concedes?
I personally believe 9 times out of 10 it's the wife, it's the woman.
You think that's right? You. Sorry, you almost got me. You concede.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Working out good.
We're peaceful in this house. Yes.
Working out well. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Callie.
I trust my husband.
I concede, but I'm not gonna act like I don't pout sometimes.
That's fair. Lex, what you think? Who concedes in your house?
When I was in a relationship, I conceded a lot.
How'd it work
I have
out?
no problem doing that. But when I do have a plan B. So if anything falls apart and they like, oh man, I thought, and I'm like, it's all right. Look at here. This is what I got here. Oh, yeah. I'm just sitting on this, stash this, because I believe in you.
Damn, so you actually don't believe in them.
No, I do, but you should always have a backup.
Like,
Backup plan, you don't believe.
What?
Damn. So you don't even believe in that nigga. You don't think you know that?
No, I did believe it. Well, and maybe I'll put it like this because
Remember, you told us a story about him now.
no, but I'm gonna be honest. It had nothing to do with him. It was about what I experienced in life with my own parents, being adults. So I'm that's how I operate. I always have a plan B with stuff, even with other people. I just have a plan B because I'm just like the people that I depended on, which were my parents. I couldn't fully depend on into certain things, so I just kept a plan B.
Yeah, I know how that. I know how that looks too. Like when you coaching the kids and they don't want to do it because they don't think it's gonna work, they give a half-hearted effort. You could smell a half-hearted nigga. I wonder if he smelled you. Nigga said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna be late on these bills. She don't believe me anyway."
Yeah, but I had a plan B, and also I was a
Damn.
artistic person, so I know how to act. Know how to act. He's number one.
Damn. So you faked it.
damn.
Not that I don't want to say that I faked it on the way,
Might as
but
well
hey,
go ahead and dig the hole deep. What else you do? What happened?
nah, I'm not tripping. I'm being 100% honest. Hey, look,
Man.
because men's ego are like y'all have ego, man. Like y'all need that.
But he knew you was faking.
Nah, he didn't know I was faking all the time.
So you.
He was
So-
relieved. He was relieved that something. I would tell you this. He was relieved. A lot of times when I let him go, and I'm like, all right, and then something happened, and then he'd be like, man, da-da-da-da. That's all right, baby. I got this over here. Oh man, yeah, here we are. But I just counted that as like being a partner. Like at the end of the day, I mean,
Damn. You ain't really like that nigga like that.
I did. I ain't go through all that, and I didn't like him. So,
You was lying to that nigga like that.
lying? Like what you mean lying?
Oh, faking like you believed in him when you didn't.
Nah, I did believe in this plan, but like I said, because of the way I grew up, I was just automatic operating like I always got to have a plan B. That's and maybe that was something that he didn't like.
Yeah.
Or
No, I'll be knowing that they be having those when women they supposed to be putting 100% in the pot, but then they got that other account that they send $300 to. Damn.
I didn't have nothing like that. I had all my stuff in one thing.
No, it's just an analogy, like this. It's a one pot. Look, Callie, don't smile, don't smirk too much.
But
They
real
be having.
quick, what I'm saying is like, do you understand that? Like, it's not like it wasn't with the person that I was with. It didn't matter who I'm with, like, or what situation I'm in. Like, I'm always going to have a backup because that's just the way that I was wired, and like, so it was never like towards him personally. That's just how I'm wired.
No, I got you. But no, 100%. I believe that, but it still is what it is to him, though.
Yeah.
So you employed that same logic to him. So you ain't really believing that nigga.
It is what it is. If he watching, he said it.
Damn, son. Whew, I'm hurt. What you think, Sherelle?
I get acquiesced to. I'll never concede, really. In my relationships. I'm gonna get my way.
So wait, you said you get acquiesced to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my way.
Damn. What does that say about him?
He loved me.
Why you smile after?
Cause
So you take his kindness for weakness,
no, I take it as love.
and they just doing what you want them to do.
Not all the time, but if I want to do something, I don't understand why you don't
No.
want to do.
Yeah, I'm having a conversation about a thing. It's like this. Who makes the concession?
Him.
Damn. Why? Woody? Why?
Because I feel like if a conversation has to get like this, it's a problem for me. It's a me problem. So then he has to be the solution.
And he's supposed to acquiesce to you?
Yeah, because I'm the one with the problem.
Why would he acquiesce to you if you're the one with the problem?
Because he's the person causing the problem. Duh.
Are you be serious for a second?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, be dead serious then. Like, come on, my G.
Y'all don't never. Why?
If you the problem, why would he acquiesce to you? You're the problem.
I'm not the problem. There's a problem. I have a problem. So, if me and you are into a disagreement, it's because I have a problem. Because I'm unproblematic. See?
No, I don't.
Now, let's say if it was a reverse and I was the
Mm.
problem and he was coming to me with an issue, then I'm the one who should concede because I need to adjust what I'm doing because it's becoming an issue for him. But if his behavior is an issue for me, then he's the one that needs to concede. You don't just, it's not going to just go your way because you're a man.
So we're trying to make a decision, right? We disagree on the decision that should be made, right? And I think you have valid points in making the decision and why you're going one way. I have other points in making the decision to go the way I want it to go. Somebody has to make a concession. He makes the concession in this juncture.
If his makes more sense, if mine make more sense, yes.
But you both obviously have mined it out and you both have good pros and cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens then?
I could see if he's smarter, but if he's not smarter, we're going with mine.
You ever dated a man that wasn't smarter than you?
Yeah. 2.
Hmm.
I don't think the average man is smarter than me. It's hard to find a man smarter than me.
Is that problematic?
Yeah.
Okay.
For them, I guess for me, finding men.
Well, you think it's problematic for a woman? You think she should be with a man that's smarter than her?
She should. I think it's so much better when they're smarter than you, or they're more equipped than you, because you automatically can trust their judgment. You can always just understand, like, it's not even bring it up. It's like he has my best interest at heart. So It's just so easy. You don't even have to challenge a man that's smarter than you. Because it's gonna make sense because it's him. He's smart. That's why I like smart men. I learned the hard way with the regulars.
Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a excuse me, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.